welcome back to Masterful Divine Feminine 333. I'm going to try to make sure that my audio is better. I posted a video earlier about why it's important to isolate and isolating before a major shift, and the audio could have been better. So I'm hoping this one is better. So, in this reading, we are going to talk about the lessons and the blessings of this connection. So I'm getting some of you kind of just want to say like, what is the purpose of this connection you're in? You kind of want to see what the lessons are, what the blessings are, and that can help you decide like how you want to move forward in the connection with the person. So it's going to be pick a stack. I can't say pick a card because there's more than one card. So you can choose from lepidolite crystal, and I'll read what each crystal symbolizes to help you decide which pack you want to pick. And then rutilated quartz. So with lepidolite crystal, release tensions. Lepidolite releases anxiety and promotes inner peace and a restful sleep. It encourages independence, offers freedom from outside influence, and helps you rid of mental dependency and addiction. Lepidolite opens the crown chakra and brings cosmic awareness that lets you feel one with the universe and at peace with who you truly are. So if you've been looking to get more clarity and sleep better and release tension, kind of just get rid of like mental anxiety overall and get a clearer channel, lepidolite stack will be suited for you. And rutilated quartz stabilizes relationships, improves self esteem, and enhances mental and physical stability. Considered as an eye and conscious opener, it assists in decision making, can help relieve depression and loneliness, and is said to slow down the aging process. Well, I can tell you what stack I'm choosing. So if you've been wanting to sort of get your energy back up, your vitality, release depression, help with decision making, and slow down the aging process, rutilated quartz will be your stack. So again, choose between lepidolite and rutilated quartz. And we are going to start to see what are the lessons and the blessings of this connection. So for those of you that chose lepidolite, you've got the Three of Cups and the Death card. So that's interesting because that's opposing energy, right? One talks about celebration and vitality and fun. But the fact that it was with lepidolite, which talks about anxiety and dependency and addiction, you want to make. I think it's one of the lessons is making sure that you're not in relationships. They're saying just for the hell of it, right? Just for sex or just for the material gain. You also want to make sure one of your lessons is that you're not perpetuating like addictive behavior in those relationships, making sure that you're not repeating unwanted cycles. So if you are repeating unwanted cycles, this is what the death card is here to symbolize, is about ending those cycles. The the blessing of this relationship is that you're seeing that you're seeing that you are repeating cycles that you no longer want to be repeating, and so you're being asked to um, release yourself from outside influences. Like you might have people giving you advice about this connection and things you should do. And not that their advice isn't helpful and that you can't use it at some point, but if you're here right now, you're being asked to sort of just shut that out and really work on activating your crown chakra. And this will take some time. Don't expect like results by Friday, depending on what day you're listening. The point was don't expect results like right away. This is really more about allowing yourself to be a come up to become a clear channel so you can begin to trust yourself again. So Yeah, the blessing, the lesson is that you're repeating cycles, and then the blessing is that you're seeing it. You're in a position now, you're in a relationship now that you're continuously going to be faced with that mirror of the lessons that you are repeating, the addictions that you are repeating, right? The lessons that you need to finally learn and not learn and repeat, but learn and excavate, leave, time to go, bye bye, bon voyage, arrivederci, and have confidence. So that's so beautiful. Strength, balance, prepared, and tranquil. So one of the blessings that's also coming through in this connection is while you begin to really go through a space of isolation. So you probably should check out my isolation video. You're regaining your confidence. So it's helping you um, be more balanced. Like you're working on balancing your health. You're working on balancing maybe some career goals that you've had. You're working on balancing relationships, right? You're working on balancing love. So that's something that you could still be trying to do in this connection. So I think it's important for me to know that while this connection is showing you the lessons of repeating cycles, I'm not necessarily saying that this is a complete end. So even though you may transition out of it for a while, there is potential for this connection to rebalance itself. But for those of you who are leaving, aren't returning, either way, you're balancing that self love. You're balancing relationships in general, balancing your money, and really coming into a place of feeling tranquil with everything that you sort of carry on your shoulders. So instead of feeling weighted down, you're learning how to um, hold it and carry it with a lot of strength. That was pretty quick, but that's what I have. So your advice is to continue analyzing the ways that you are repeating cycles and trying for a while to shut out the outside noise and the outside influences about this connection. And if you chose rutilated quartz, which can slow down the aging process, so I chose this too. So let's see what the lessons and the blessings are in this connection. So what do we have? We have the lovers and the two of wands. So I love this. This really speaks to like making a decision in love, making a decision to move forward. Both decks are giving the energy of choosing self in a way. So the lesson of this connection is a couple of things. One, the love doesn't die, right? So it's a lesson and it's a blessing at the same time because I think in the past you may have thought that if you weren't in constant communication with someone, and this again is mirroring off of my isolation video. So I think you may have thought that if a relationship didn't look a certain way or have a certain way of being in terms of communication and seeing each other and showing up for each other, you often told yourself that like it wasn't good. But I think what you're learning is that as you move through life, as you journey through life, that this is a very strong bond. It's a beautiful bond. It's a connection that never dies. So I think one of the blessings is the more you learn that and the more you understand that on your journey, it definitely is helping you come into alignment with yourself, and also just the potential to meet someone else because you're understanding now. You have a different maturity level now, or a different awareness of relationships and your expectations. So I think that's beautiful. I think this the lesson and the blessing of this connection, it showed you your true meaning of true love And I think that's beautiful. And we also have um, yeah, quitting, obsession, depression, sloppy. Yeah. So it stops you from being obsessive over a connection. It's a part of this blessing too. Is definitely the law of attraction. So you start to really learn how energy works and vibration and the law of attraction, and basically you start to see how much your energy really reflects what comes back to you. So especially with this connection, you learn that the more that you released it and allow for it to exist and take shape and take form and really carried in yourself the energy you wanted this relationship to reflect, it begins to unfold in that way. And that's beautiful. Yeah, you started pouring a lot more back into yourself, right? Realizing that, yeah, no longer saying negative things, like no longer saying that you're not good enough, or not feeling like nothing works out, or not feeling like everyone doesn't like you or this person doesn't like you. You really start to see how removing those negative thought patterns and behaviors showed you that this connection is really truly the love of a lifetime. And it was never meant to be stifled. It was never meant to go at the pace that you wanted it to go to. It was always meant to evolve and show you the truest and greatest definition of love. I want to mention again that if you chose this quartz, that it slows down the aging process, enough for nothing. That's like the most important part to me. So that was beautiful. I do hope that you enjoyed that reading, depending on which stack you chose for your lessons and your blessings with those two very beautiful and powerful connections. So thank you again for watching, and we will talk soon.